Jay here from Stretford Paddock. That's Joe Smith. This is Paddock Live with all the latest Manchester United news. We are live, of course, so get involved in the chat and the comments. We're going to be talking about midfielders, number sixes, yeah? United want some, so who are we going to get? Yes, the transfer window doesn't open for another few months. We're going to talk about January, even longer. We're talking about next summer, but we know that United are already lining up a few targets. We're going to be talking about one of my favourite players, Kobbie Mainoo, what is going on with him, plus a load of other stories as well. Plus, we might even mention the fact that Anthony's got his mojo, hasn't he? Banging in goals and
against
assists.
This fella here.
Yeah. What?
Gleison Anderson.
Yeah, if you want.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
He got his goal and assist against Forest, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he did. I forgot. Yeah, I didn't know what you're on about.
I could tell. I was thinking, he's literally him.
I just heard you say this fella here. I missed the thing bit. I think I glitched.
Betis,
real Betis.
later
But
than never.
listen, he's not at United anymore. I don't really care. So let's just move on. Let's talk about midfield.
Let's get into some of these big boys here. Net a six, and chill.
That's class.
It's good, that.
That's very good. That is.
Well done, first producer camera of the night. Was that Harry, that one? Well done, Harry. Net a six and chill. That's good, that, isn't it?
He's just ruined it, though, with what he
Yeah,
just did
no,
there.
he said that, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Like,
really sad?
that was horrible.
Yeah.
That was like, if I saw that on Instagram or something, someone doing that, I'd think, I don't like it.
Speaking of Anthony, that was like, you score a banger and then you give it that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? You're like,
that
mate,
was
you've ruined it.
Pointing at the back of the shirt.
Yeah. You're getting mauled by the Tigers vibes.
Like, oh, no.
Unbelievable.
No.
And Baleba's head's cut off as well. Net a six and chill, very good. Man, this is going to the Telegraph, so this is, a reputable source here. This came out tonight, so we'll get into this. Manchester United leading race to sign a number 6 as midfielders top summer wish lists. Manchester United are ready to lead the way next summer in the race for number 6 midfielders, with the key position expected to dominate the transfer market. Baleba, who is valued at more than £100 million, is not the only deep-line midfielder who has caught the eye of the Premier League and European clubs, who rarely see this many come through at once in that position. Elliott Anderson, 22, has broken into the England team and played in the 5-0 win in Serbia that virtually booked a place at the World Cup. Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton also pulled out of that Tuchel squad through injury, but has made incredible progress in the 20 months weird time frame since leaving Blackburn Rovers. While Casemiro has forced his way back into plans at United, he is 33 and... Oh, sorry. What? He is 33 and are looking for players with years ahead of him. Interesting. I feel like we should have had United in there another time, but we get the point. I want your thoughts. Have I read that wrong, or is there something missing there? While Casemiro has forced his way back into the plans at United, he is 33 and are looking for a player with years ahead of him.
And they are looking for a player with years ahead of him.
But we get the gist of it.
Or the Reds, or something.
Yeah, and they are.
Yeah, they are, or the Reds, or something. Not if you didn't want to use United twice.
Interesting this. Firstly, I want your thoughts on this. This is a new transfer concept to me that we've been given tonight. And no offence to, I think it's Mike McGrath at the Telegraph, a reputable journalist, someone, leading the race to sign a number 6 is a concept that I've never seen before.
You were talking about it.
I've never seen a club.
You didn't get it.
A club be in the lead to sign a position that has theoretically hundreds of options. Who are we in the lead for, Jay?
I think what he's sort of saying here is we are determined to get a number 6. So we're saying, right, we're going to go for a number 6. Whoever's available or whoever we can get, we're going for it. Perhaps before any other club has said that or thought like that. Okay. That's what I think he's trying to say in this article. Because I think if you if you ignore the sort of top line, the stand first, go for the top line, Manchester United are ready to lead the way next summer in the race for number 6 midfielders, with the key position expected to dominate the transfer market. So other clubs, loads of clubs are going to be for number 6s. Right. United are expected to be one of the first out of the blocks. Okay. So in a similar way,
we might try and sign someone on a pre-agreement in March.
In the same way, I mean, you could technically, if you sort of went back a year and you knew what was going to pan out, the way the transfer window was going to pan out, you could say Manchester United are ready to lead the way next summer in the race for number 10s.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, we're going to go for it. We went for it with Cunha, went for it with Mbumo, saw off rivals and all that sort of jazz. Yeah. It is a bit nonsensical, realistically, because you can't lead the way for a position. You can lead the way for a player, but you're only going to go for one. So I get why you were like a bit baffled, but I get what he is trying to say here. It's just the wording of it is a little bit odd. It's probably grammatically correct. It's just that he has a weird concept in it.
Strange concept.
But basically what he's saying is, that's our priority. We're going to go for it. And if we get noises from Forest, Brighton, who we've already been in discussion with Baleba, or Crystal Palace with Adam Wharton, he expects United to go all guns blazing. Which one would you prefer out of those three?
In terms of a profile, I think Baleba works alongside more of our best players. I think Baleba next to a Mainoo or a Bruno works. I could also see Baleba next to Casemiro at times and really let Casemiro use his ball-playing ability, use that kind of leadership qualities that he has. Whereas Wharton, I can't see him and Mainoo really. I don't think there's quite enough legs in there, quite enough aggression in there. Anderson, I think, is sort of somewhere in between the two. I watched Forest the other week against, I think it was it Tottenham, potentially? They lost the game anyway. I think it might be Tottenham. They lost the game, and I watched the full game, and every time a Forest player gets the ball, they look to give it to him. The defenders give it to him, the other midfielders give it to him, he'll play one up, the striker will drop deep and he'll play it back to him. He's like the linchpin at Forest, and kind of can do a little bit more off the ball as well. If I was picking one before this season, it would have been Baleba. Obviously, I know it's only 5 games in, but he's looked really rough this season, Baleba has. Some of the clips I've seen, some of the games I've seen where he's got an air of, is he trying enough here? Like, he's not really sprinting when he should be. He's sort of jogging after people, and maybe I think the manager said it himself, hasn't he, that his head's been turned a little bit by the United interest. Whether, I'm sure it'll come good again this season as time goes on, or maybe he won't have a great season. United could get him for 55, 60 million rather than 95, 100 million, and then we'll see that player again. But I don't know. Who would you pick? It's a tough one.
Weird, because I think there's red flags for all of them.
Yeah,
in a way.
okay.
I don't want to be negative, but Baleba, a few months ago, I was well up for it because I've not seen loads of him, but people that I respect who know what they're on about. You've seen quite a bit of him. Finn was raving about him. Carl Anka was raving about him. Like there was people there that I think know what they're on about. Who I think Finn, it might have been Carl Anka. So I think Finn did mention him. But
yeah, Finn did.
Yeah, they were saying like, oh look, you mentioned the whole thing of complimenting Kobbie Mainoo. So I thought, yeah, that could be a future United midfield. However, it puts me off the fact that he's sort of down tools. He's not on 20 quid a week. He's on a decent wage anyway. And even if you are on 20 quid a week, you're paid to play for Brighton and do your best for him. Not just, United wanted me and I've not got to move there, so I'm not going to bother. So that is a little bit concerning. And also, I get your point that you can get him a little bit cheaper for if he's had a bad season. But do you want someone that's had one bad season out of 3 or whatever it is in the Premier League?
Yeah. Like,
can you afford to take that chance? Can you afford to take the chance that this isn't a player for whatever reason suddenly drops off and he might not be able to regain his mojo? So that's a worry. Elliott Anderson, he's doing very well. He's kind of flavour of the month.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just ignoring the England thing. I don't think it matters that much. Yeah. Because England is a bit weird in the sense that, yes, a good player can play well for his club and for his country. I'm not saying he can't. But if you're only looking at someone because of what he's going to do for England, you're going to be in all sorts of trouble. Because we have seen, I'm old enough to remember when it was, I forgot his name then. He was the guy who's played for Spurs, the winger.
Darren Bentley. Marcus Bentley. What's he called?
He was that guy that he had a hair transplant. He went to Crystal Palace. Come on, help me out.
Thinking of Bentley.
He played for Spurs.
David Bentley.
No, not David Bentley. He was a guy, right? He played for Spurs. He ended up at Crystal Palace. He scored a worldie at the
What
end.
era?
Andrew Townsend.
Oh, recent.
Yeah. Do you remember when he for England? He was unbelievable for about a month.
Yes.
He was like the best player in the fucking world for England.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh. Now, I'm not saying he didn't have some good games for his club, whatever, but you wouldn't have bought him for United off that. And if you had, you'd been fucking disappointed. Yeah. So I'm just a little bit wary. He's an example of there's been a few players like that. So I'm a bit wary about the Anderson thing. I'm curious to see a little bit more of him. Adam Wharton, I get your point. Is there enough legs in there? I do like the way he reads the game, Adam Wharton.
Me too.
He reads the game so well. You can tell like he's sort of why he's so admired by like England and Tuchel and even Gareth Southgate took him to the squad. I know he didn't use him in the Euros, but like had an eye on him, and all the Palace fans rave about him. And watching him in the FA Cup final, I've seen him a few games, and he just reads the game very well. Is there enough legs in there? I don't know. Maybe that could work.
I think he's got legs. I just don't think he's got top end pace.
Yeah.
Like he's got a good engine.
Yeah.
Is it sort of? I know people compare him to Carrick a lot, don't they?
Yeah, he makes up for it the way he reads the game.
Yeah, I agree.
He does that really well. Because you think, going back to the whole Carrick scenario. Like, Carrick was probably one of the best DMs ever.
Yeah.
Just from his reading of the game. And if you've got that, and you're not dead slow.
And also, you didn't have to pack out a midfield with Michael Carrick with athletic monsters.
It was him and Scholes for a bit,
it was him and Scholes, or at times he would have Anderson next to him. I know he had good legs, but wasn't like, a Baleba style player.
No, you're right, it's a really good point.
It would be Cleverly played next to him for a bit, Rooney played next to him
There's
for a bit.
There's only Hargreaves for that one season who had a lot of legs.
Yeah.
But that was like one season. So, if top players can maybe work together and complement each other. So, out of the three there, I think if you asked me today, I'd probably still go with Baleba, but I'm worried. I'm very worried about what I'm seeing this season, and he needs to turn it around and start doing it quickly, because you can't get to like January and you've not turned up for your club yet. Do you know what I mean? I know we're a long way of that for that. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Let us know what you think. I'll get in some of the comments here. Whitbeard in the chat has been a member of the academy for 32 months. Thank you for your support.
Cheers.
Evening, set the tone on headlines, pressure is on, so obviously a good start. Kazmofo, who's been a member of the first team for 31 months, says, Baleba, get it done, we got the funds. Joshua Bowater says, being the delusional conspiracy theorist I'm convinced Baleba is deliberately tanking his value to get a United move and won't be told otherwise. Willie Three Toes says, Wharton has a lovely style about him with passing range. Like Carrick, he'd need a Baleba type beside him. And Danny Sabbath says we need 2 times midfielders. Twice. Neval says actually Wharton and Mainoo would be perfect. Rav D says Wharton, Baleba and Mainoo. He wants them all.
That'd be nice.
Well, let's talk about Kobbie Mainoo then.
Yeah, let's get on to that. What we got? Margarine Gaines.
Haven't we had this?
No, it was maybe the comment of it.
Oh yeah, there was a comment on the
Was
Margarine Gaines, yeah. One of the comments.
Would it not be used?
Right, okay.
So this is sort of, you kind of have to be mentally 3 puns deep before this makes any fucking sense though, don't you? So to get what the hell this is, you have to know corn on the cobby, butter him up.
Yeah.
Which was a pun that we had probably
2 years ago, or 18 months ago.
18 months ago or so now. So obviously Kobbie, corn on the cob, corn. Okay, then obviously then you butter the corn. Then there's been a sort of long-standing joke with that. Then now Kobbie Mainoo is just synonymous with butter. Yeah. And then because of that, obviously margarine is a vegetable spread variant of butter. Yeah. And marginal gains is, something that Sir Dave Brailsford was very, very keen on. And Mainoo was trying to make some gains. So if you know all of that, it's quite good actually.
That's what I love, a pun, where it takes 5 minutes and 3 different references, some of them stretching back almost 2 years, to make the pun work.
But
I think that's beautiful.
But in a way, isn't that what family is?
That's what family,
A family is a jewellery box where, yes, you've got some nice gold in there, but all of the necklaces are just fucking tied
when you walk past like the newsstand, you see all the papers, and you see all the puns on the headlines. There's nothing better than standing there for 5 minutes and just Googling the references and trying to remember some of them, and hoping that you were involved in that specific chat on that night when at 10:30 at night someone did that pun. That's I love all that, mate.
I love that.
Love it. Yeah.
So
class.
On that, sensational.
It's probably the best we've ever had.
It's beautiful. Let's read it, because it's a good story, actually. Kobbie Mainoo has taken action to rescue his United future, according to Sport Bible. After a breakthrough campaign under Erik ten Hag, the midfielder has found life far more difficult since Ruben Amorim's arrival in November 2024. Mainoo has been working hard at Carrington and doing everything he can to impress Ruben Amorim. The youngster even changed his private chef and worked with a private coach during the September international break. Mainoo has been restricted to just 76 minutes across United's first 5 Premier League games, but Amorim has insisted that he has not lost faith in the teenager. He explained, I believe in him a lot, he's a top player, but some of you think that Kobbie Mainoo is already done. I think he can do so much better. So, a few different things to unpick here, and unpack, as they say. Firstly, Jay, I want your thoughts, just generally, this idea that Mainoo's kind of doing everything he can to be the best footballer that he can, whether that's impressing Ruben Amorim or just, making himself better.
I love Kobbie Mainoo, right? He's one of my favourite players, and I want this to be true. But I find it hard to trust a story that's got his age wrong.
Why was it? Why does it say his age?
I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a genius. But don't you stop being a teenager once you turn 20?
Well, you say that, but I'm 32 and I'm in my
counting's never been my
late
strong
20s.
point. Sorry,
I still consider myself to be in my very, very late 20s.
Yeah, I consider myself to be
You're
early
29,
20s.
29 again.
Yeah, exactly.
And some of your dating profiles online do say that you're early 20s.
Has someone been nicking my picture for dating profiles again? Bloody catfishes.
Yeah.
Hey?
What are they like?
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that just
Great
ruins
point.
it. Like,
Yeah, it's a
you
good point.
literally are writing a story about a young player, one of the most famous players in the fucking world, Kobbie Mainoo is, everyone knows him, and you don't even know how old he is. Like, everyone knows he turned 20. That's like, it became a thing of like, he's no longer a teenager.
Yeah.
And I just thought, am I losing the plot here or what? I had to sort of second guessing myself. Like, that just to me undermines that article, unless it was written when he was a teenager, in which case it's fucking 5 months old or whatever, in which case you can't take any notice of it, because what the fuck has it got to do with anything? And I think the obvious thing is Sport Bible, just someone sat in an office like, quick, here's a Kobbie Mainoo story.
out.
Like, again, I want to believe that he's doing all these things, and I hope he is, but how can I trust an article that doesn't get the fucking basics right? It just undermines it to me.
Yeah. What I will say about this is, I'm gonna assume even if everything is correct.
Okay,
right?
okay.
I like the private training thing, fantastic, and obviously how hard he's working, etc., etc. One thing that I did find quite funny was the youngster even changed his private chef. So he already had one.
Wow. And he sacked him.
And he sacked him. What was the old one doing? Just feeding him Mars bars 3 times a day. Like what? No offense, but a recipe book's a fucking recipe book. What chef did he have before? Where it was just being fed food that was making him worse at football. Like this chef, honestly, I love being given ice cream and marshmallows 6 times a day. But I guess I should probably get a proper chef that's going to give me some chicken and rice or whatever footballers eat.
When I first read that, I thought that meant his mum started doing his tea instead of his dad. You know what I mean? When
He's only a young teenager after all. He's 12 years old.
Your mum's doing your tea tonight, son. All right, Sam.
I've changed the
I'll
chef
tell
at
the
home.
manager I've changed the chef at home.
Right.
He'll love all that.
Cheeky.
Yeah,
Captain Bird's eye in for tea again.
Yeah.
He's even changed his private chef, Jay.
Surely you could just say to the chef, I need to eat a bit healthier.
Well, the private chef was Ronald McDonald, and he insisted on cheeseburgers. I love that. Yeah, his old private chef was making him worse at football.
Yeah. Look, I like I say, I want it to be true. It seems a little bit all made up. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's these kind of things that are going to matter to Ruben Amorim. I don't necessarily think that changing your chef or working with a coach during the international break, it's whether Ruben Amorim thinks you can play alongside Bruno Fernandes in that midfield. Because at the minute, it seems to be Bruno or Kobbie. That is, I know we've had exceptions to that. They played together a bit against Grimsby. And at the Etihad, obviously, Bruno was still on the pitch when Kobbie came on. Again, same against Burnley, but there was injuries there. Burnley, there was 2 injuries before Kobbie got on. At the Etihad, I think there was injuries going into that game. And again, it was 30 minutes. And literally against Chelsea, he swapped him. It was Bruno who came off for Kobbie Mainoo. So it does feel as though the manager, and he has mentioned this a couple of times, sees them two as sort of playing in the same position or vying for the same spot in the team, which makes it difficult. The only way that's going to change, in my opinion, is if he can play alongside Bruno, because it doesn't look like the manager's keen on moving Bruno into one of the 2 number 10 roles. And plus with Cunha and even Mount and Bumo as options there, it's highly unlikely he's going to do that.
And the last we heard from Kobbie Mainoo was that he wanted a loan move.
Yeah.
And not from him, but that was, they
he was
the reputable
so
journalist.
in his head he thought
So
I ain't got much of a chance of getting into the team.
Hopefully something's changed there, but we'll have to wait and see.
76 minutes across 5 games isn't great in the Premier League, is it? And his only 90 minutes has been against Grimsby Town. So I hope he gets a spot. The thing that Kobbie should remember though, right? He is still young. He's only 20.
He's only a teenager.
He's only a teenager, sorry, according to my man. Like, also, we've seen other players not feature and then come back into the fold. Casemiro wasn't featuring at one point for Ruben Amorim. Harry Maguire wasn't featuring. Players have got themselves back into a team when it looks like they were done. And also, just historically or whatever, he's still young. I understand the frustrations because if I was him, I'm looking at Elliott Anderson, I'm looking at Adam Wharton, getting into the England squad, looking like they're going to go to the World Cup. It's a fucking World Cup. You want to go. Yeah. You did play in the last tournament all the way to the final. You probably think, I should be in there. So I get the frustration, but you've just got to just get yourself back into United side, and maybe it is one of them where he has to miss out on the tournament. Not great. I feel for the kid because if it was up to me, he'd be fucking starting for both United and England. But that's just the situation he finds himself in. I just hope to God he doesn't decide he wants to move permanently.
Yeah,
because I think that'd be a massive shame.
I agree. Sorry. And on that note, Bruno is 31. Casemiro is 32 or 33.
Well, 33 according to the last one, if you can trust the ages on that.
So it's, in terms of a waiting game, if the only thing keeping him out of the team is Bruno Fernandes, I know we've said many times Bruno could be here till he's 36, 37, but he's not going to be this Bruno Fernandes for any more than probably a couple of seasons. So, if Mainoo is truly good enough, he will get chance to show it, or he will outlast the people in front of him.
Yeah.
Then it becomes, are you actually good enough? Which we all hope he is and think he is.
I agree with all that, and I get it. Would you have any concerns, you as a fan, who's seen a young player coming through, play 30 against United, play 34 against United, then drop down to sort of 12, 13, 14, whatever games for United at the age of 20? Would you have any worries that his development is going to suffer from that, or do you think he'll be fine?
Obviously, in an ideal world, he'd be playing every week. But the fact that it's two different managers is why it's happened, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like he's dropped off completely.
Ten Hag, he was one of the few sort of reliable breath of fresh air for Ten Hag. Brought him in, fucking all the fans loved him, did really well, scored in the FA Cup final. Ten Hag's like, you're one of my guys, aren't you? Yeah. Obviously, Amorim doesn't feel like that. At one point, Amorim tried him as a false 9, was playing him in the 10, said he thought his position was further up the pitch. Yeah. And I kind of agreed with that for a while, but now I think it's sort of changed in the sense that we've got all these number 10s, we probably don't need him there. Now he's just got to make himself sort of, when he gets his opportunity, take it. And to be fair, he did that at the Etihad. In those 30 minutes at the Etihad, he turned up, he wanted the ball, he got on the ball, he kept hold of possession, he was direct, did some dribbles, played the ball forward as well. That's what you got to do when you get on the pitch. Yeah. Just perform. Make it so the manager looks odd for dropping you. Yeah. Make it so the manager thinks I can't drop fucking Kobbie Mainoo because he's flying. Just do it like that. That's the best way.
The other thing as well, the other sort of elephant in the room with all this, and obviously I think it should be and can be the case that he plays regularly under Amorim and we're all successful as this happy family. But we happened to hire a manager that we thought was the best manager at the time, who as of right now is struggling to find a way to get Mainoo in. And yes, obviously that isn't ideal for us as fans, for Mainoo as a player, but we shouldn't hire managers. We shouldn't have hired a manager specifically for the future of Kobbie Mainoo. We shouldn't have gone, which manager in the world will do the best for Mainoo? Yes, it would be great, and we think he's good enough for none of that to matter, and he'll play anyway. But we happen to have hired who we thought was the best manager in the world at the time that we could get, who is at the moment having this back and forth with Mainoo. That happens sometimes with careers, and Amorim's not going to be here forever, and if he is, it's because he's started winning things and we will all be happy anyway. Bruno won't and Casemiro won't. He's going to get chances. Like you said, I just hope that we don't see some rash decision happen in the meantime, because I think he will get chances and he will prove that he's good enough.
Yeah, and I don't want to sort of, the rumours or the sort of stories start coming out about, Kobbie Mainoo's done something wrong, he's not getting on the manager. As far as you can tell, the manager likes and rates him. Still getting minutes, just not getting loads of them. It's not like it's a Marcus Rashford or an actual situation where he's training with the resis or he's not being in the squad or not getting picked at all. He is picking him, like he's just.
And it's coming on most games.
Yeah, like he's not, he's getting limited
the last
minutes.
5 in a row, 4 in a row.
So it's not like they've had a fallout or anything like that. I know obviously he did a loan move, but even that was a loan rather than in leave. Yeah. So it's not like the relationships, from what we gather, has disintegrated. He still seems to get on. So we'll just hopefully be able to sort of get him on the pitch more, and he can show us the player that we saw burst onto the scene.
Yeah. People saying.
Whitterbird says, I think the centre back. Sorry, I think the Carabao Cup being stopped is the positive for Kobbie. Slight future as a stopgap for Bruno leaving. Yeah, I think the Carabao Cup, him missing out on that or us not being in that was a bit annoying. Gary Gill says, hello gentlemen, watching from the start. Rafa D says, old chef wasn't buttering his corn. That's a good point. Also as well, sorry.
What are you doing here?
Sorry, someone said, right, and I've done that thing where I've lost my tab. Have you got the link to the chat, link to the merch? Yeah. Someone said, can we put it in the chat? Hamzawi says, nice hoodie there, Jay. Thank you.
It's lovely.
Well, there you go. There's a link there to the merchandise, Stretford Paddock merchandise. Go and check that link out in the chat. This hoodie and others are available on there. Loads of stuff, thank you. Modelled by some dashing young men.
Let's have a look at our next story then, what we got. Another Ruben Neves looked so good.
That's quite good.
What's it put on?
Never.
I'll read it again. Another Ruben Neves looked so good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
2 round of applauses tonight.
Well done.
Who's that again?
See, the celebration there was better.
Yeah, muted.
Yeah, muted.
Do you know when you score like the 12th goal against a
Well,
really
you scored
shit
against your
team?
old club.
Yeah, that was scored
So
against
it's
your old
like, you
club.
don't want to upset you new fans, but you don't want to upset
Well, he
your
used
ones.
to work for an Al Hilal fan channel for years, Harry.
Ah, right,
So that's
okay.
why
So
this
it
one
was
in
like-
particular, I don't want to gloat
It was
that
much
United
better
might
than, what was the
sign.
other one he did, was that?
Yeah, I didn't get, I'll be honest, I didn't get any of
I
that.
fucking hated that.
Yeah, let's do
Honestly. I really do.
Let's read this. Man United and Tottenham handed boost in their pursuit for 28-year-old playmaker. This is according to Court Offside via TBR Football. Just piss via poo.
Never the other way.
For God's sake. Right, let's read it. Portuguese international midfielder Ruben Neves has been linked with a move back to the Premier League in recent weeks. Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle were all on the player during the summer. We're all on the player, blimey. And they are being kept informed of his situation. The player wants to return to England in January, and 3 clubs could be potential destinations for him. That's just the same sentence as the first one, but in a different way. According to TBR Football, Al Hilal could look to sell him in January. Yeah, what? Does he want to go to a Premier League club by any chance? To avoid losing him on a free transfer when his contract expires at the end of the season. The 28-year-old could prove to be a superb acquisition for all 3 clubs. He is likely to be available for a reasonable amount of money because of his contract situation. The development will come as a major boost for all 3 clubs. Why is this written like it's a fucking, like written by the press team of Donald Trump?
Yeah.
This is like written like some sort of like governmental announcement.
I know.
But for a dictatorship.
How many clubs are in for it?
3.
Is it?
And they
Oh,
would
I
all-
wasn't sure because you only said it 8
There's
times
3,
during that.
and his contract runs out.
When is it?
It's this January, Jay.
Yeah. And also, why has it gone from being written like a press release with Donald Trump to being written by a 15-year-old from Salford?
Yeah.
Tottenham, what was it? United, Spurs and Newcastle were on the player.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We're on that Ruben
We're on
Neves.
him, you know. Are you on that player? Yeah, I'm on him. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm on him. What? Shut up!
Yeah, it's
Fuck
so
off.
weird.
Speak properly. Caught offside via TBR Football. That is the fucking... I thought Sports Bible was a low point of the evening, but somehow we've plumbed new depths. Yeah.
Is TBR the boot room or something? What even is TBR? I can have a look. I
can have a look. Fucking terrible bastard reporting is what that is.
I love that. The development will come as a major boost for all 3 clubs. The development that they were interested in someone will come as a boost to them. I tell you what, Man United, do you know you were looking at Ruben Neves? Yes. Well, you finding that out just now will be a huge boost for you, won't it? What? We knew we were doing it. But
This is unreal. Everything about this story is amazing.
And also, let's just say this. Why is his kit way more in focus than his face? How's that happened? I know it's only a minor thing, but I've never seen that. That's unbelievable. And secondly, we're not going to sign a 28-year-old who is notoriously slow.
Yeah.
That's the last thing we need right now as a midfield.
After he's just spent
good ball playing,
fucking
but slow
a
midfielder.
big chunk of his career in Saudi.
Yeah.
Not happening.
No,
Like,
just
it's
not happening whatsoever.
Do you know what I mean? There was a time we were linked with him when he was at Wolves, and it looked like it could happen.
Yeah.
But that was like 4 years ago.
Do you remember when he was like 23 for 4 years?
Yeah, it was.
It was weird, that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Some players
it
just
was.
stick at an age.
Mbappe did it for a while, didn't
Yeah, Jesse Lingard stayed at 28 for a long
he?
time as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and like he thought it might happen at one point. Now it ain't gonna, and nor should it. If he came to United, he'd just sit on the fucking bench.
Yeah.
Like that'd be it for him. So I don't care if there's us and also, fucking, what, we're gonna fucking start getting involved in some sort of fight with Newcastle and Spurs over it.
Well, it'd be a major boost for all 3
I
of
know,
us.
yeah. If you want a boost, just get linked with fucking Ruben Neves, and all of a sudden, your dreams have come true.
Well,
Get involved in the chat in the comment. Let us know if you agree with me and Joe, or if you actually want him. Linda MUFC says slower than a snail's funeral. Cowboy says slower than Harry Maguire. There's no need for that.
Also, yeah.
Cowboy also says British journalists use crayons.
When's the last time you used a crayon?
I ate one this morning.
No, drew or wrote with one. What's this?
I used one.
Genuinely, do you remember the last time you used one?
Yeah, like, you know when you go to a restaurant, they give you that thing with the crayons. I went out the other week.
TJ Friday.
Yeah.
Would you like the colour?
Yeah, oh, thank you. My daughter was crying. Can I have a go? You know, you fucking can't. She got
You
your own.
can't.
The waiter gave it to me. I'm drawing. When's the last time you used a crayon?
I used one recently. I can't go into it. Let's move on to our next story then.
That's like this. What did it say? Go back on this story. Sorry. There was another bit of the story I forgot. Oh,
I'm not reading this. Don't read it.
Fucking hell, that was quick. It was this for a reasonable amount of money.
How much is he available for?
Reasonable amount.
A reasonable sum?
Yeah.
Like some old
What's
riddle
that?
DD, yeah.
Why is it so
I will give you
vague?
the price if you answer my riddles 3.
Yeah, I mean.
A reasonable sum.
Yeah, it's such a weird story that. Sorry,
Yeah, it
go
was.
on then. Let's have a look at the next one.
Here we go. Hey, go back a sec. No, genuinely, do go back a sec. Why is Dalot's arm on there? And Dalot's behind it.
Oh, no, yeah, it's just on OBS.
Oh, it's because we've left it back on from before. Okay, cool, there you go. Get rid of that. Here we go, new pawn. Diogo's right back into the action. Straightforward. It's a little bit of the sort of pun you'd get in like a sort of Man United programme, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see this in the United programme next week.
It is. It's something out of an annual.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
It's so Route 1 that it actually makes me sick.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit beige.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
It's
bit vanilla.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Bit Blue Peter.
It's so Blue Peter, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, he's right back into the action.
Yeah. It's the sort of card that you get for your granddad after he's had a hip operation.
You know what I mean?
Granddad right back into the action. And it's a picture of an old bloke fielding it slipped like that. With his nice new hip. Anyway, Man United boss Ruben Amorim faces Diogo Dalot dilemma ahead of Brentford clash. Diogo Dalot dilemma. According to the Mirror, Diogo Dalot is back in contention for Manchester United's trip to Brentford on Saturday, but he faces a battle to reclaim his place. What in the King Arthur is going on here in Ruben Amorim's starting 11? Dalot, who was absent for United's last 2 matches against Manchester City and Chelsea, participated in training on Tuesday and will be a part of the squad travelling to Brentford. Patrick Dorgu appears to have secured his position as the left wing-back, leaving Dalot, Mazraoui and Ahmad to vie for the right wing-back role. Dalot faces a tough battle to regain his spot in the starting lineup, a task that will become even more challenging if he's left out of Saturday's squad, and United managed to clinch consecutive Premier League victories under Ruben Amorim for the first time. Hey! It's not happened yet, but it might do. Just the thought of it is pretty exciting, isn't it? Dalot, one of those players that has been not everyone's cup of tea, but tends to play 40 games a season, doesn't he? Whether you like him or not.
Seems to be a popular player with managers.
Yeah.
I like Dalot. I think he gets a bit of an undue stick, to be honest with you, at times, where people like proper hate on him.
Yeah.
I don't really get that. I'm not saying he's always the most consistent player, but don't like some of the stick he gets. And obviously the manager rates him for a reason, and I think it's a good thing that he's back in contention, whether he's starting or not. He's a different option in it, and you've pointed out a few times in certain games where you go, could be a good game for Dalot.
Yeah.
He's
to be honest, Brentford win their long throws and all that.
Yeah.
This would be on my list.
Yeah,
I'd play him in this game.
And also we have struggled a little bit at right back, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like, I love Ahmad. You know my thoughts on Ahmad, but you go back to the Fulham game.
Yeah.
I think he struggled a little bit there, didn't he?
Yeah. Him and Bremer on that side didn't get a lot
didn't
going,
quite work, did it? So, look, getting your senior, he's part of his leadership group as well, isn't he, Dalot? Him back in the squad, him in contention, being an option for the manager, it's a positive. And yeah, I hope. I just hope. If he does get picked, he turns up, because we need that second consecutive win. It's so insane that we're actually having this conversation, but this is where we're at.
It's good that he's back anyway, isn't it? Whether you think he's your favourite player or not, having options is a good thing. So, yeah, I'm glad he's back.
Let me go into... Sorry, I think I missed one of the chats before. Heaven's Soul, who's been a member of the Academy for 15 months, says, "Evening, lads, can you help me? I've got an event coming up and need some good clobber to wear now that the weather has turned. Any suggestions? Wink, wink." Shane Gates says, "The optimism in me hopes that he has been told that once they sign a proper CDM and Bruno leaves next season, he will be a starter under Amorim." Sorry, I think that's going back to Kobbie Mainoo.
Yeah.
Ross Murphy, who's in the chat, who does all our moderating, says, "The lower squad player but not a starter. We need to move on from him." Noggins says Dalot can go. Usaid says, "Can't defend, can't attack, can't cross. Maz all the way, please." Miss Man United says, "My wallpaper definitely says you're happy to have him back." Yeah, there's a picture of me and United we stand, wasn't there? With Dalot. Did you not see it?
Oh, yeah.
Andy Mitten, Bless him.
And
Got
it
a
said
picture
this,
of me.
this fan waited
This man
hours.
waiting for hours because my missus is a big Dalot fan. I got a
Yeah.
picture of Dalot to send to her. And then Andy Minton put it in United stance saying, this fan waited hours to get a picture with him.
Yeah.
Which isn't true. Well, it is kind of, but I was there anyway. So,
Yeah, you're happy to be there anyway. What did Noggins say? Read me Noggins again. I love the name Noggins.
Dalot can go.
Shit. Is it? I just love that word. It's like something from the sort of the 80s that someone would have said if someone wasn't very smart. Fucking Noggins over it.
Noggins.
Fucking hell.
Hey. Yeah, he just said he can go.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Noggins over it. Classic. Right, let's read our next one. What we got? When life gives you lemons,
Jesus, Wex.
make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make Mike lemonade. Mike Maignan. Lemonade. What do you think of this?
Not the best work
Do
we've
you not
seen,
like
is
it?
it? When life gives you lemons, Mike Lemonade.
You actually did it really justice there. You really did well with it there. You did it justice.
When life gives you lemons, Mike Lemonade.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did smashing it.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's okay.
It's
I
all
get
right.
the idea, and I think you've.
Harry's
What you?
gutted, look.
Why
He's
you?
gutted. He's
Was this?
gutted,
Was
poor
this you
lad.
again, Harry?
Lemons.
It's all.
Oh,
Ben,
who
this
was
one.
it?
Ben.
No, it wasn't.
It's
No,
Ben.
well, Harvey said straight away, no, it wasn't.
You know it's
Who was
Ben
it? Own
because-
up to it.
Because
Who was
Ben
it?
loves the life gives you lemons pun more than anyone in the world. Ben wore a T-shirt about that pun once, so you know.
Was that
whenever,
you? Was that you?
Whenever this pun is up for grabs, you know that Ben's behind it somehow.
Ben,
I own the shirt.
letting Salford down here.
Ben, you're better than this.
He's a serious guy, in him.
He looks serious.
Do you know what I mean?
He's an interesting goalkeeper. I mean, we're talking about. Actually, I haven't even read this yet. Let me get into this and we'll talk about him. Give me sport via Talk Sport. United want world class in quotes. Bit of a piss take. French star in bargain deal after Amrin decision. Here we go. United are eyeing a move to sign AC Milan goalkeeper Mike Maignan when his contract expires next year. Talksport journalist Alex Crook has revealed. The Old Trafford side are reportedly looking to battle Chelsea in the race for France's international signature, with Maignan on the radar for two of the Premier League clubs. Maignan was targeted by the Blues in the summer, with Enzo Maresca's side failing with a £25 million bid. United are said to be keeping tabs on the 30-year-old, with Ruben Amorim pushing for a more experienced name in goal than summer signing Senna Lomans, who was yet to play for the Red Devils. United signed Lomans in an £18.2 million deal on transfer deadline day from Belgian club Royal Antwerp, while Andre Onana was loaned out to Turkish side Trabzonspor earlier this month. Give me strength via TalkSport. Here you go then. His contract expires in a year. It would be a little freebie. He's obviously quite well known, quite well regarded, without ever hitting those sort of European heights to kind of get his name fully out there, you know, like Onana had with the Inter Milan stuff. That he hasn't had a sort of Champions League run or anything like that under his belt. What do you know about him? What do you think about him?
Yeah, he's been doing the rounds for a little while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he's a decent goalkeeper. I don't know, I just want to see what Le Mans is about first before we start looking at others. He's not even fucking played for us yet. He's only been here for about 3 weeks. And already we're getting linked with replacements for him. The fuck is going on? So I'd be surprised if we, don't at least give the young lad a chance. I know Bayern Days kept his place, but it's literally been 2 games. And one was at the Etihad, and it was like, look, we all thought he might not start the new keeper at the Etihad. I know Donnarumma started, but Donnarumma isn't the same as Son Le Mans because he's a fucking Champions League winning experienced goalkeeper who's been around for years, even though he's only 26 or whatever he is. It was completely different. So yeah, this feels a little bit made up to me. A little bit like, United have been looking at him probably before we got Le Mans. Oh, that's it now. They still want him. You can imagine that the manager did want an experienced goalkeeper. Yeah. You think if you're the manager and it's like, look, especially if your job's like under pressure, do you want someone long term or do you want someone who can get you out of trouble now? There was rumours that if it had been left up to Amorim, we would have got Emi Martinez because he wanted someone who could come in straight away with that Premier League experience. There was rumours that if it had been left up to Amorim, we would have got a midfielder instead of Benjamin Sesko because he wanted someone now for the midfield that was more essential than buying a third attacker during the summer. But we don't know. So I'm sceptical about this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if we never see him in a United shirt ever.
No, I tend to agree with you. I think the only thing that I think is intriguing is the fact that he would be on a free next summer. So maybe that will.
Well, someone's made a
tickle the
point
fancy
here.
of Ineos.
I think MB says, Jay, maybe they want Maignan as the number 1 and Le Mans as number 2 and ship both Bayern and Onana out. It's not the most ridiculous idea of it.
I can see that completely.
That could happen, to be fair. I don't know. I'm a little bit, I don't know. I just don't see this happening, to be honest with you. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Have we got any more?
Yes, we've got one more. We've got, here we go. I will find you and I will sign you. That's a quote from Liam Gleison there.
Fucking hell. Hey, every day is a test of my sobriety.
Also, what's that picture?
What's that?
What? Is this a real picture?
Is it fuck?
The phone is edited.
Why is he holding that Nokia phone?
Because that's the one that Liam Neeson.
That's the one Liam Neeson has the conversation on in Taken. Liam Gleison is quite Jackie Gleison. You know what? I actually quite like it. Although the reason I don't, and actually I'm just doing it in my head now. This is actually something I like more about it. Is it makes no fucking sense first of all, but also why would he be saying I will find you and I will sign you? It's Man United that should be saying that to Liam Gleison. None of it makes sense, and I quite like that it doesn't make sense. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I knew you wouldn't be.
I think this is just like people just fucking about, to be honest with you.
There's a little bit of that. I'll give you that.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
Let's get into it then. This is from Calcio Mercato. Brazilian, Man United, and Liverpool interested in Juventus centre-back Gleison. Bremer. What are you laughing at?
You said the sentence. Brazilian, I went, sorry, Manchester United.
Brazilian. Right, the Brazilian gave Juventus fans a scare after the match against Verona, collapsing to the ground. What the fuck is this? Collapsing to the ground following the post-match drills and short training session for substitutes. Fortunately, it turned out to be nothing more than normal fatigue and tiredness. There is no cause for concern regarding... When do we get involved in this? There's no... So a man has collapsed. Manchester United edition. Fucking hell. Is this like... Anyway, fortunately it turned out to be nothing. There's no cause for concern regarding Bremer's condition, and he's expected to return to lead the Juve defence in their next Serie A match. Have we just made this up? Right. If there's any real threat to Juventus regarding Bremer, it comes not from injury. Here we go. Nice, it's written like a sort of, the Brothers Grimm tale. If there is to be any concern for Bremer, it comes not in the form of injury, but from the transfer market. The Brazilian international has drawn interest from several top European clubs. Premier League giants, particularly Manchester United and Liverpool, are known admirers of the centre-back. Additionally, Bayern Munich could also enter the race for his signature this summer. Justin, your thoughts, please.
I can imagine the Juve guy trying to sell him to us going, look, he collapsed. Right,
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
I'll be honest.
He collapsed after the training session, but it was all right. It's normal fatigue. He's not wrong with him. Like, he's all right, he's fine. That was the most bizarre way I've ever seen a story start in my life. Talking about how he collapsed after match drills.
Yeah.
Like, but don't worry, he's fine.
What, this car? Yeah, the engine always does that.
Honestly,
it always makes that noise and doesn't start, but that's fine.
Like, following the post-match drills and short training session for substitutes. Like, what? What's going on? Oh, my God. Look, I don't know a lot about him. I wouldn't be surprised if United were looking at more centre-backs next summer. So it could happen, but this just feels a little bit like literally paper talk.
Yeah.
You know, he's a player that could be available. United will probably want a centre-back.
Isn't he 28 as well?
Could we go for him?
Find out.
I think we're quite... At the moment, we're all right at centre-back. It's one of the few sort of areas where you go, we are quite strong, because Dalot you rate, Maguire you rate, Yoro you rate, Aiden Heaven you rate, Luke Shaw at left centre-back. I know he didn't do well, but he does his job overall, doesn't he? Mazraoui. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've got 6 for 3.
6 for 3. You're quite strong there. But I wouldn't be surprised if, let's say, next summer, one of them was like,
Well, Maguire's contract runs out.
Maguire was like, look, I want to play first team football every week or whatever. Then you might want to bring one more in. So it could happen, but like you said, 28-year-old. Masraoui was the outlier when he at 27, I think, when we signed him.
And he was 13 million quid.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be triple that.
Yeah, so I would be
At
very
least.
surprised if, especially with, despite what they're saying, he's collapsing after games. Jacoy Trot says, pure laughs tonight. 20 Legend says he looks like Memphis Depay. Oh yeah, how fucking dare I forget. Well said, Rafa D. We've got Leach to come back as well. I can't fucking believe I forgot my man.
Jesus, me
the
too.
Butcher. Forgive us. Absolutely, don't forgive us. We don't deserve forgiveness.
Arguably our best defender to come
Yeah,
back
and it's like fucking completely forgot about him.
Brilliant.
So that's 7 then in total. Yeah, do we sign my man who's been collapsing after drills? I don't think so, to be honest with you.
No.
Stephen Griffith says 27 away from 200 likes. Cowboy says Luke Shaw better go this summer. Maybe he does. Maybe Luke Shaw goes. Maybe Leach coming back if he's back to his best. We don't even end up signing another centre back if it's still 6. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one seems unlikely, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I think that's everything. Thank
well
you very
done,
much.
guys. Excellent puns tonight. A bit of a mixed bag, but even the shit ones were funny.
Yeah.
So you did really well. And also, excellent work by you as well, Joseph. Let's not forget.
Thank you.
Go and
And
check.
yourself, Jay.
Thank you. I was waiting for that, but you got it just in time. Go and check out Joe on the Sloppy Joe's podcast. Go and check out our merchandise. There's a pinned link in the chat. You can get hoodies like this and loads of other good stuff as well. Going to be back tomorrow with the news in the morning. Then we've got Off the Bar with me, him, McCullough, Howson. All 4 of us going to be on that. So going to be chatting about what's going on at Manchester United. Also having a little look towards the weekend's game against Brentford as well. That's been Joe Smith. I'm Jay Motti. This has been Paddock Live. Thanks for watching.